Kitwe, Luanshya, Mufulira, Kalulushi, Chingola, Chililabombwe, Kapiriamposhi, Kabwe, Lusaka, Kafue, Choma, Mazabuka, Livingston, Chipata, Chinsali, Kasama, Mansa, Solwezi, and Mongu. Feel free to interact with us and let us know where you are watching from. Only on your Top Star Decoders Channel 91, Sun FM TV. Radio Gone Rogue. Radio Gone TV.
Good morning and welcome to Around the World News for Thursday. My name is Walker Sanda. Displaced Sudanese children receive education through grassroots initiative in Chad camp. A self-initiative has provided an opportunity for Sudanese refugee children to receive an education in the Adre camp in neighboring Chad, despite the difficult conditions they are living under. Footage filmed on Sunday shows pupils attending lessons inside straw belt and open-air classrooms, with volunteer teachers leading makeshift sessions under the banner of Our Hands for the Country initiative. There is no supporting entity in organizations or bodies backing it. The youth collect contributions, identity what's lacking, and provide it to the school, shared a volunteer, adding that without a mandate to support education, they rely entirely on their own efforts and children's parents. A teacher noted that thanks to the program, classes now run up to 6th grade but still lack so much. Some children study out in the open with no mats, no school supplies, and no toys. The Our Hands for the Country initiative focuses on creating learning spaces and collecting donations to support teachers since fighting broke out between the Sudanese army and the Rapid Support Forces in April 2023. More than 20,000 people have been killed and over 33,000 injured, according to the United Nations statistics. Figures from the UN High Commissioner of Refugees show that the war in Sudan has displaced around 13 million people, including more than 3.8 million refugees who have fled to neighboring countries. Bolivian students present electric vehicle using locally made lithium battery. Students and professors from the Electrical Engineering Program for the Public University of El Alto have developed an electric vehicle powered by a lithium battery manufactured in Bolivia. Before, to charge the battery, you had to take it to a station, but that's no longer the case. Now you can charge it like a mobile phone. It's much easier, and it's the same with the car we're building. Well, it's already built, and you can charge it as you go. Elizabeth Torres Laura, a student, said. The prototype, named Qatari MRC5, is the fifth in a series of electric vehicles models designed by the university's electrical engineering department. Unlike previous versions, this model runs on a lithium battery produced by the state-owned lithium company Yacimientos de Litio Bolivianos, and aims to become a viable alternative to traditional combustion engine vehicles. A crucial part of the battery development involved hands-on experience. Students traveled to Yacimientos de Litio Bolivianos production facility in Potosi, where they directly participated in building and adapting the lithium-ion battery. These batteries were designed and built by both professors and students in collaboration with the Bolivian State Lithium Company. Thanks to an agreement between the two, we managed to build it, and now it's running in the vehicle, tells engineer Elias Chok Maidana, a professor in UPEA's electrical engineering program, who highlighted the technological progress achieved in this model compared to its predecessors. Wilma Laruta Aruquipa, a 60th semester electrical engineering student, spoke about Bolivia's potential in the lithium sector and demanded institutional support. Looking at lithium batteries, an alternative which we have here in Bolivia, we have a lot of potential. We could take full advantage of it, even 100%. But what we're missing is support for all the technology we already have here. That's what we lack, support, he said. Weighing 350 kilograms and built to carry 2 passengers, the vehicle was assembled over a 2-year period using mostly recycled materials and components salvaged from other vehicles. Its construction took 2 years, involving design, assembly, welding, aerodynamic testing, visual refinements, and the integration of shock absorbers. To test its real-world performance, the team plans a road trial along the 226-kilometer route between La Paz and Oruro, a journey designed to evaluate the car's endurance and efficiency on open roads. The project was primarily funded by UP, which covered around 70% of the cost, while the remaining 30% was contributed directly by the students. The project comes at a time when Bolivia is grappling with persistent fuel shortages, prompting a renewed interest in electric mobility and alternative energy sources. Bolivia holds one of the world's largest lithium reserves, estimated at 23 million tons, with the vast Uyuni salt flats serving as the primary source. The government has declared lithium a strategic resource, promoting its use in domestic innovation and export development. Workers' factory owners in Lesotho see industry ripped by Trump's huge 50% tariffs on a tiny nation. Factory workers and business owners in Maseru say they were already feeling the impact of Donald Trump's planned 50% tariffs on the country's textile industry, the highest tariffs imposed in the world. We've been badly affected. We had to shut down because there are no customers anymore. It's painful, a local business owner said. I've been sitting at home for 2 months, and honestly, it's been really hard. Many of us are at home jobless because of these closures. We really need jobs, a worker added. Restrictions have been posed by the U.S. ahead of the trade talks around the globe, but many others also reported that customers had started looking elsewhere, with a devastating effect on the economy. Footage filmed on Friday and Saturday shows the industrial area of Maseru, which locals and factory workers walking along the street. We must remember that one of Lesotho's main economic drivers is clothing production through factories. So when factories suffer, the economy suffers too, said another worker. When factories close, people can't pay rent. Landlords like me will be left without income, he continued. Lesotho's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Lejon Mport-Gion, said the government will exchange in diplomacy with the U.S. ahead of Trump's August deadline. Minister of Trade, Industry and Business Development Moketi Shilele said 12,000 jobs were tied to U.S. exports. Trump announced reciprocal tariffs targeting more than 60 countries across the globe. At his Liberation Day event, Lesotho was the hardest hit. The country exported $237 million in goods to the U.S. last year, while the U.S. exported $3 million in return. Volunteers hand out food, clothes, clean up Johannesburg to celebrate Mandela Day. Johannesburg residents marked Mandela Day on Friday, with volunteer groups carrying out acts of kindness across the city to honor Nelson Mandela's legacy. Footage captured at Port Plain Park in central Johannesburg shows volunteers decorating fences and play areas with hundreds of hand-knitted scarves and offering food and clothing at stations for attendees. We are handing out 1,000 scarves to those who are less fortunate than us to keep warm for the rest of the winter, said the volunteer from the 67 Blankets for Nelson Mandela Day campaign. Other items, including blankets, second-hand clothing and supplies, were also donated to those in need as a tribute to Mandela Day. Footage in Brixton Cemetery, around 5 kilometers from the city center, shows the volunteers cleaning shrubs and collecting litter. There's so much controversy around Mandela's legacy and the current state of our country, said the young volunteer. We all have a special responsibility, a social responsibility. Another group of community supporters took part in a cleanup along a stream connected to the Klip River in Orlando, Soweto, a township in the southwestern urban area of Johannesburg, as footage shows. We are here to give back to the community and also not to forget our struggle icons. The likes of Mandela, the likes of O.R. Tambo, one participant reflected. Other volunteer-driven campaigns focusing on charity, community feeding and home repainting were also held across the city to reflect the enduring commitment to Mandela's ideals of service, justice and reconciliation among society, according to media reports. Nelson Mandela, South Africa's first black president from 1994 to 1999, passed away in December 2013. In 2009, the United Nations declared July 18, Mandela's birthday, to be a day to honor his struggle against apartheid.
We are celebrating Nelson Mandela Day with 67 blankets for Nelson Mandela Day. We are at the Plain Port Park in the center of Joburg CBD. And today we are handing out 1,000 scarves to those who are less fortunate than us to keep warm for the rest of the winter. It's a fantastic initiative. There are all the scarves, as you can see, are handmade with love, given out of goodness of people's heart. It's not just here, it's across the entire country today that 67 blankets for Nelson Mandela Day has got activations. There are a few in Johannesburg, in Gauteng, Durban, Cape Town, Bloem. They're all over the country, all at this exact moment, handing out scarves. It's an incredible event, nationwide.
Exciting.
We are organized together. We buy blankets and the second-hand clothes. We are organized and we are bringing here for 67 Mandela Day. Then we are organized food also, and we got soup also here. We sharing the one we have it here, and we making memorize for Mandela Day.
Something happened like this. You can, I want to come to the...
Today we are celebrating Mandela Day, and although there's so much controversy around it online and in person about the legacy that Mandela left for us and the current state of our country, I still believe this is a day to celebrate and to do your bit. We all have a social responsibility to do as little as we can and as much as we can, and giving an hour and a bit of our time, it's something that we should all do.
I know, but look how sharp these are. I think
at this, at the bottom here. You really need a saw by the time you get to the bottom.
Senegal's historic city of St. Louis under threat from rising seas. The historic city of St. Louis in Senegal, once the country's first capital and now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is now under threat from rising seas, with coastal erosion and flooding forcing residents to abandon their homes and many neighborhoods seen deserted and covered ensued after the water briefly receded. Footage filmed on Sunday shows crumbling buildings along the coastline and empty, damaged streets. At some point, the situation got out of hand, said local official Moussa Fall. We used to take sandbags or tires and put them around the walls or doors to stop the water from getting into our house. The water kept coming into the house and we lost a lot of equipment here. We spent whole nights without sleep just to absorb the water that could enter at any time. Teacher Oka also described the anxiety experienced by residents before we didn't sleep at night because we had the impression that the waves were going to come at any moment. In response, authorities implemented a number of emergency measures. Dikes and breakwaters were installed to reduce the risk of further encroachment by the sea, and a resettlement area named Daoub was constructed further inland. Fo expressed appreciation for the relocation efforts. They even deployed cars for our move. We didn't give any of our money for this. However, the long-term future of the historic site remains unclear. Marcus Rashford picks number 14 for Barcelona. England forward Marcus Rashford officially unveiled his Barcelona number 14 jersey on Wednesday as he joined the Catalan club on a loan till June next year. Footage shows the football player posing at the Camp Nou with his shirt and answering questions from the journalist. The number 14 jersey is significant for Rashford, as Thierry Henry, a footballer's role model, also wore the same number while playing for Arsenal. It's simple. I want to win the biggest trophies, he said. Barcelona is obviously a huge club in the football world, so it's the perfect place to go and win the biggest trophies. He expressed admiration for Barca's youthful squad, calling it an ambitious team, while adding, I want to come and add my qualities, my personality, and try to improve the team and help them win. I was watching the game last season, and they were very close. I hope this year we can take the next step and try to win the trophy. Rashford commented on Barcelona's Champions League ambitions. There's a lot of talent in the squad. I'm eager to play with them on the pitch. Maybe I can help them and they can for sure help me, Rashford added. Barcelona has completed Rashford's season-long loan move from Manchester United. The loan agreement includes an option for a permanent transfer, which is set at around £30 million.
FC Barcelona.
It's simple, I want to win the biggest trophies, and I feel like Barcelona, the club, is obviously a huge club in the football world, so it's the perfect place to go and win the biggest trophies. And you see with the team last season, they have a very young team, ambitious team, and I want to come here and add my qualities, my personality, and try to improve the team and help them win.
Do you dream of winning the Champions League this season with Barca?
Yeah, for sure. It's one of the biggest trophies in the world. So this is what the club was fighting for last year, and I was watching the games last season, and they was very close. and I hope this year we can take the next step and try to win the trophy, because this is a historic club in football, and they are known for winning the biggest prizes. So yeah, I'm just here to help the club do that, and yeah, it's a dream of mine for sure. No, I feel like we have been, in communication for a while now. So was something that I was hoping to get done. Of course, the manager is a huge part of why I'm here, because if I want and the manager doesn't want, then it doesn't happen. So for sure, he's a huge reason why I'm here. But like I said before, I only get, from the conversations I've had from everybody at the club, the manager, Deco, the president, they only fill me with confidence about the club. I don't have any, negative thoughts, or I don't believe in the negative thoughts that may be around. But I'm excited. I'm ready for whatever challenges may come, and I'm gonna enjoy them, the ups and the downs, the positives, the negatives. I'm ready for whatever is to come with this club.